I'd like to thank Tim for all those extremely kind words. I find them very humbling, and I'm very, very proud to be here today. But this is all about you guys over there. I'm going to try and use some excellent microphone technique to point my voice at you, but I'm sorry you're going to have to look at my side. What we are gathered here today is to celebrate this remarkable achievement. What a fantastic thing all of you have managed to do. Tim and I went for lunch to talk about all of this, and over beetroot and sage ravioli sprinkled with brioche breadcrumbs, who knew, he asked me to conjure up my memories of UKC, and it was an absolute pleasure to do so. So I'd like you to do something for me. Please don't really listen to the next 4 minutes and 20 seconds of me chuntering on. Instead, spend the time creating a memory for yourself. Look around you, what all of this looks like, what all of this smells like, what all of this feels like. Sear this memory onto your soul, because you deserve it. You should feel so proud of what you've achieved. You've done it. You've come through a highly competitive education system, you've taken on debt, you've left home, you've worked your guts out, and you're here. Make this memory your true, true friend, because you're going to need it. I've thought an awful lot about what my generation and those above have left to all of you. We've bought all the cheap houses, we've taken all the antibiotics, we've voted in governments that have taken us to war, and then on June the 23rd, we changed your identity. In return, we've given you Noel Edmonds, Nigel Farage, Donald Trump, Katie Hopkins, and cheese strings. So it would be a fool who stood here and told you that all was well in the world. But here's the thing. Those are the parameters set by us. Your generation is one of the brightest and most capable that the world has ever known, and partly because you're the masters of technology. In 1987, if I wanted to find out a fact for the classic You're Wrong moral philosophy essay, I would have had to flog up the hill from Surrey, go to the library, hope that the book was there, take it out, read it, take it to the seminar, ascertain the fact, discuss it with my friends, and then write something down. All of that would have taken about 4 hours. Now, boom, you've got the fact. Of course, this leaves your bright minds free to do the really important thing, which is to solve the problems, and to have faith in yourself that you will solve the problems. That's less of a statement, it's more of a plea. It's one of 3 things I'd like to ask of you today. And the second is really simple. It's just to leave a radio on somewhere. You're such a targeted generation. In fact, we're all targeted, aren't we? With the dreadful, because you like this, you're going to like that. And what that does is it traps us in concentric circles. But the radio, and the BBC in particular, it can surprise you at every turn. So just leave it on, walk into a room, you might find something new, and it could take your life in a totally different direction. The third thing is, don't forget to have a very good time. There's been a lot of play along the way in my career, and in fact I got an email from an old colleague only this week saying, well done for all of this thing, the wearing of the hat, and the extremely red outfit. I slightly misjudged it, didn't I? But also for still being silly on the radio, and silly is really good. Silly is particularly good at the moment. It flies in the face of sinister. So be silly and play a lot. I met some of my best friends here at Kent. One of those, Morella, introduced me to my husband, Rick, and we now have 2 beautiful children, recognisable by the faces of embarrassment in the front row there. I owe her at least 1 happy hour in Albury's, if they've lifted the ban. My other friend is Suze, and when I told her that I was being given this degree, she guffawed with laughter, like a great big belly laugh. She's even shorter than I am, she's about this big. So it was a very strange sound to have been emitted from someone so petite. You, she cried, you, out of all of us who went to Kent, you? Oh yes, me. But she's right, because out of all of us who graduated from here in 1990, I was not the one you would have put your money on to come back and talk to you here today. I'd come to Kent with 2 soggy A-levels and a bag of hopes and dreams, but, and this is the bit I'm so grateful for, UKC allowed me to set my life on a different course, a more ambitious one and a more fruitful one. And at times in your life, I hope you get to do the same, because foolish is the captain who charts a course and never wavers from it. Tack with the wind, my friends. This isn't what I thought I'd be doing on a hot day in July at the age of 47, nearly 48. I have surprised myself, and I really, really wish that for you too. For those of you who are still lost in the reverie of memory creation, I'm finishing up now, so look lively. I commend the world out there to you and you to the world. And I hope that your time here is just the start of something really special. We all owe the University of Kent a debt of gratitude, but vice versa, because all of you will go out into the world as great ambassadors for this wonderful university, and you will do it proud. You never know, one day you might come back too, and I hope you do, and I hope it's on a cooler day. Thank you very much indeed for your attention. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Thank you.